Thanks for tuning into the channel. So today we're going to be talking about Turo. I am a Turo host. I've been on Turo for over 2 years, and I concentrate on economical cars. Now, how I've been doing it all this time is buying brand new cars, and within a year, I get rid of them and replace them with another one. Now, I'm thinking about trying a used car and on a lower end budget. So I found one that I liked. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it, but I figured I'd show everyone that watches the video, and I'm going to show you why I picked that car and what I'm thinking about it. Now, how I pick my cars. I'm going to go ahead and share the screen, so stay tuned. We're going to go on Turo, and we're going to look up the car that I'm thinking about getting and see how it does, right? That's how I pick them. Now, if you are thinking about joining Turo, or maybe you're already a Turo host, if you're wondering what I use, check out the description box. I have a link there that shows everything that I have, my lockbox, the soap that I use for the cars, everything, right? It's all on there. Go ahead, check it out. Now let's get back to it. Now I'm on Turo, and what I do, we are in the month of September, so I like to pick something like October. Many hosts are not going to have too many bookings yet for October, and I want to be able to see how many people in my area have the car that I'm thinking about getting it. So I'll pick October, something a little bit further out. There we go. So we'll put Orlando. Now, the car I'm thinking getting is the Ford Fiesta. Now, that's not going to be a very popular car, but it's an economical car. So for those that are coming into town that want to get something that's going to get them to point A to point B, and they're on a budget, I think this will be a great car. Now, let's see how they book, right? So let's see. Here we go. So we pick Ford. And the model, I'm going to pick Fiesta. Boom. So we got let me see. We got a few Ford Fiestas popping. We got a lot of them. So that's good. Look, this one has 180 trips. This one has 132. So as you look at the trips, you can see some have a lot of trips. So this could be a really successful car, but it's always a good sign when you see the car with a lot of trips. Now, another thing that I like to do, I'll click on the car, and I'm going to check their calendar. And I'll go for this current month. We're in September, and you see these lines right here? That means either the car's booked, so it's not available, or the host doesn't have the car available, so you see the lines. But these are could possibly be an indicator that the car's booked. So when I see that they have a lot of trips and I look at the comments on the car, if I see that they're recent comments, so this one's September 5th. The host canceled. Okay, so that's not great to read that the host canceled, so maybe something's wrong with the car. But usually what I'll do, I'll go to comments, make sure they're recent. If they're recent, then I'm going to assume, I could be wrong, but I feel like it's safer to assume that the car is booked, and that's why there's lines, and I'll count. I'll say, so let me see how many lines I see. I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it looks like there's 6 days that possibly could be booked. I'll see what the going rate is, and I'll say about $30. And I'll get my calculator, right? And I'll just say, right, $30 times 7, and that's $238. So that's not much. And you want to do these estimates before you buy the car, right? Because then we got to go on Auto Trader, one of the sites I like using. I'm not sponsored by them, but I like using them. Or you got to start going to a car dealership, right? You got to start doing your car hunting and seeing how much they're going for to see if this makes sense. Now, this one doesn't have a ton of bookings, so that doesn't seem great. But you keep checking, right? And look at the popular ones. So you see, like this one's 180 trips. What are they doing? They got it booked right now at $30 a day. It's a 2016. And then I'll go to the calendar for September and we'll look for the lines. So they have, so let's go to the comments, right? They have over 2,000 trips. They've been doing this for a while. And August, So yeah, they got a lot of trips and they got comments pretty recent. So I'm going to assume that these dates right here are actually bookings. So you can see here. Wow, that's a great book. So it's already booked up 16 days for September. Possibly, right? We don't know that for sure, but we'll bust out the calculator and we'll say it looks like every day is about 29, 30, 33. So I'm just going to say $30 for this estimate. I'm going to do 16. So that's $480. And they can still rent it out more days. Now, I don't know what protection they have. I go with the 75 plan. So if I have the 75 plan, that means 75% what the car brings in goes in my pocket. 25 is going to go to Turo. So 480 minus 25%. So that 2-week booking is going to make them $360. Now, some of you are going to say that's not a lot of money, but this is a 2016 Ford Fiesta. And from some of the comments, it looks like it has over 100,000 miles. You can go on Craigslist. You can go, on Facebook Marketplace, things like that, and probably buy this car. And I'm not 100% sure, but you could probably buy it for under $6,000. So it could be a cash car. And if they have 180 trips, so they definitely, in my opinion, probably made a good amount of money on this car. But that's what you want to see, right? What years and things like that. So if you're looking for a cash car or something pre-owned on the economical side, these are all good things to look at. What years are booking? And you got a lot of 2016s. You take this information that you get, you do your calculations, and then you go and see what's the best deal you can get on one. Now, if it's me, I'm going to get one that will be lower mileage, probably a little bit newer, because I want I want the car to be reliable. That's very important, especially when someone's here on a trip using your car. They don't want to be straining on the side of the road. Now, I'm going to tell you, in my opinion, it looks like these cars, they could maybe make you more, it could be less, right? This is an opinion, but I'm going to calculate that if I got a Ford Fiesta, I'd probably be making about $600, $600, maybe a little bit more. That's gross. So I think it's a good as a cash car. If you get it for under $10,000, put it there if you can run it. Since this would be a cash car, we run it a little bit longer than typically the 1 year. Let's say 24 months. So 2 years is my opinion. And let's say I make roughly about $600 times 24. And don't get me wrong, sometimes you're going to make more money because prepaid fuel, if you offer that, I do. If you charge for deliveries, if you do some add-ons, if people go over mileage, if you don't do unlimited miles, so there's potential to even make more. But 2 years running the car, you're going to make about $14,400. And then at the end, the car is going to be worth something. So if you can sell the car at $5,000, let's say, you're looking about over 19,000. So you may potentially be able to get a Ford Fiesta under 10,000, run it for 2 years, and double your money. Not bad, in my opinion. Yeah. Now, again, I'm going to go ahead and show you something I would get. And of course, I would negotiate on pricing. So let's go ahead and hit up Auto Trader. I always go on advanced search. If you've seen some of my videos before, I do this, putting your zip code, and then you can put how many miles you're willing to travel. I'm going to put about 100 miles for me. And I'm going to put 12,000. The reason I went all the way up to 12,000, I want to see ones with lower mileage. So let's see what pops up. I'm going to put 2017. So I'm going to go 2017 and up, a little bit newer than what we were seeing. We were looking at 2016s. And let's see what we find in the market right now. Ford Fiesta. And I'm just showing you what I do. So hopefully this helps you if you're a Turo host on how you can do some research to grow your fleet. Or for those of you that are thinking about becoming a Turo host, this is what I do. Maybe it can help you out, right? This is how I do it. Some of you that are already a Toro host and you do it a different way, leave some comments down below. Let us know how you do it. If you like the way I do it, or if you maybe feel that you have a better way, let us know. Now, I already put in the information. And as you can see here, there's, you can be very detailed if you want to. You put keywords, you can pick the colors, you can put a bunch of things, but I'm not worried about color or anything like that. So I just want to see everything that's out there to find the best price. And here we go. Look, here's a 2018 under 80,000 miles for 10,000 even. There's one here for 12,000 that has it's a 2018 with only 25,000 miles. So this one I like. Low mileage, looks good. I got to click on it to see the rest of the pictures, but this one I like because right here I would negotiate. I would see if they can drop. Right now the car market's not selling as they used to. So definitely may be able to get it for a better price. You got a 2019. So if you're definitely willing to get a 2016 on the higher mileage, you should definitely be able to get it for way under 10,000 miles, because look at that, 84 and this 6. So you can make some money on a Ford Fiesta, in my opinion. And this one, 10, this one's, let me see if there's any other ones. So far, the one that I'm liking the most was that black one. 41. Let's go up. I gotta look at the pictures, but that black one, I said 12. I would like it for 10,000. I gotta see. Let's click on it. Let me see if they've done any price drops. Because if they've done any price drops, there'd be a chart here saying when they did the price drops. So there has not been any price drops. I looked at, very important, check the Carfax. So it does say accident, one owner. So let's check out the Carfax. So it says the accident was minor. It was a personal vehicle. And it looks like it had 2 accidents on 2 different dates. Same year. So an unlucky year for that person. But minor with no airbag deployed. So that's always good to look at. In my opinion, the dealership's not had the car too long because they haven't had any price drops. But if it stays on the lot for a while, they might bring it down to 10,000, which I think that would be a good deal for it. This vehicle back in 2018, brand new, I was able to pull up the Maroony sticker, which is the MSRP. And it shows that this car was going for a little over 19,000 back then. And you can see the gas mileage and all the options and things it has. So that is neat to be able to see that. Now let's go ahead and see the pictures because I haven't seen all the pictures. Let's go ahead and look at it. So in the pictures, it looks great, right? So it's very important to go check it out in person, because one thing is on the on pictures and one thing's in person, but it looks good. There could be a little bit of issue here, so that's not great. But it doesn't look bad. Tires look decent on the picture. Oh, it has a sunroof. Sunroof, power windows, backup camera. So a nice small car, good economical car, but I think the price is a little bit too high. But I think if they dropped it, you can make some money on there. I technically like to stay away from cars that were in accidents, but this one, it says, they were minor, the airbags didn't deploy, so I may give it a chance. I am thinking about trying a used car. I always go new, so I wanted to see how I would do with a used one. And also, I like to check the history, right? So I see that they bought the car at Tropical Ford. There's a Ford vehicle. I like that. And I like to make sure it was serviced. And the cool thing about if you're not aware, and sorry, I was about to say Kaylee Blue Book, but this is the Carfax. The Carfax lets me know that it got serviced. So here it says maintenance. So I got the maintenance. That's weird. It says maintenance and only had 29 miles. But here's another one, Molyneux Ford. They did a maintenance close to 1,000 miles. Then they did another maintenance about 2,000 miles. Now, you may be wondering, why does this car have, so much maintenance and such low miles? The people that bought this car, they didn't drive much. And the reason I know that is a 2018 with only 25,000 miles. When you change your oil, if you ever look at the sticker, they put it on your windshield, you'll see that it'll either tell you a date or mileage. So it tells you, come by, come get the oil change by this mileage or date. So if you didn't drive the mileage, then just change it. So that may be the case. This car might have sat in the driveway or garage for, extended periods of time without being driven, and they just went by the date. That's the only, it doesn't seem like it was a vehicle that was driven much. So I don't know if it was a second vehicle or if it was someone that was older, maybe retired, and just didn't really drive the car. But always check the Carfax. Make sure the car was serviced. It looks at a little over 8,000 miles. The tires were replaced. So the tires may be really really good. And they might trade it in for a Lexus. But that was my favorite Ford Fiesta. Now, that was just me doing a quick search because I wanted to show everyone that's on Turo, or maybe you're thinking about going on Turo. I just wanted to give you a quick glimpse of how I do it. I go, I pick a car in my mind that I would like to check out, see how it's doing. I'll go on Turo in the area that I live in and see how many are out there. And I'll see their trips. I'll look at the comments to see if they got recent bookings. And then I go off that calendar that gives me an indicator of potentially how much the car can bring in. And it looks like that car, if you rent it out for 2 years, and of course, this is just an estimate, it could potentially maybe bring about, I calculated, close to $20,000. Now, it could bring more, it could bring less. That's just my estimate. But if you were able to get the car about $10,000 or under, and you made that much, it's not bad. Double your money in 2 years, I don't think it's bad at all. Now, some of you may agree with me, some may disagree, and that's okay. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? If you enjoyed the video, if you found it helpful, smash the like button. Do me a big favor, don't forget to subscribe, and I appreciate you for watching. See you on the next one.